Deep from a bunker in a top secret location. In southern Indiana comes a gathering of the Gospel Broalition. If it's religion, politics, cars, guns, cigars, and anything else flammable, we're talking about it. For men, by manlier men. Get it? Got it? Good. This is the Gospel Broalition. And here are your hosts, Pastor Lee, J.R. Robinson, and the Hoosier Hillbilly, Mike Paul.
I remember things barely because I'm getting older. But I do remember when I went and picked up my Tesla, how everybody made fun of me because I bought an electric car.
We're still making fun
Especially
of you.
my diesel friends.
Still making fun of you. Doesn't matter.
No. Nobody's laughing now, are you?
I have diesel in the ground at my house, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, we now know that we don't film ahead at all because that is the news feeds today as we talk about gas. So.
No,
Yeah, we're
sure
dating
it'll be
ourselves
next week.
here,
Yeah.
but that's fine. So if you watch this, if this is buried in some archive somewhere and it's dug up 200 years from now, remember that 100 days into the Biden administration, we ran out of gas.
We shut the pipeline down, though, so we can save the environment.
And Joe Biden is an idiot, and he was elected by a bunch of shenanigans. So I don't know what the history books will say in your time, but
I heard that this hack.
we're struggling.
I heard that this hack only affected 3 states, but it's wrecking our country.
Because everything freaks out. Everything.
Yeah.
I remember when 9/11 hit.
Oh my gosh!
You guys and
Country shut.
you guys remember? And I got a call from Kentucky because I had relatives down there, and they were like, "Gas prices are already up to $7 a gallon.
Yep.
You better go get gas right now." And sure as the world,
It hit $5 in Wadesville. I remember that.
It was 98 cents that day, I remember.
Yep.
And it went up to like $1.20, and we thought it was the apocalypse.
It hit like $5 there in Wadesville.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a line down the road. I mean, there's not that many people in the Posey County. Yeah, I guess people were flooding to the gas station lining up.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of people with 55-gallon drums in the back of their trucks, just filling them up, just creating that shortage that the media wants us to create.
Once again. Yeah.
somebody went out and put a bunch of gas in hefty bags and put it in their trunk. They got pulled over by the cops, and they were taken away to some padded cell somewhere.
Yeah, that was probably smart.
Yeah, because they don't know if you're just going to drive your car into a building or something like that and set it on fire. Don't do that. Welcome to the Gospel Broalition. Pastor Lee, joined with the Hoosier Hillbilly, Mike Paul. He's growing his beard back.
Getting there.
He's halfway there.
Super Christian J.R. Robinson of Dauntless Gaming.
We've been calling Mike the
Metrosexual?
emo hillbilly.
The emo hillbilly?
Because of my pictures I was showing off earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. We got some pictures that we're going to show one day.
Hey, when you see
All
the
right,
parts of this list, you'll know
Excuse me.
why.
Yeah. And we're going to do something later on. We're going to do a list of our favorite albums because...
Which is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Yes, it is difficult. You ever sit down and say, we're going to do like a top 10 albums of all time, but it's not really top 10 albums of all time because I'm sure none of us have Thriller on there. And I would say Thriller's probably one of the top 10
I
albums.
considered Michael Jackson, but I don't listen to him, so...
I think
Yeah.
I have some 80s.
Well, I mean, of course I have 80s. I grew up in the 80s.
That's the only thing
I
you
only
probably
have one 80s.
But, I would think we would all say that Michael Jackson's Thriller is
Absolutely.
one of the best albums of all time.
Yep.
So, so we're going to get to that later on after we talk about all the depressing crap taking place in the world right now. It's hard to be funny about this stuff. We're joined in the studio once again by sweet Tony and Shutup Cameron, who happens to be a VIP at Dauntless Gaming. Which I don't know what that means.
What does VIP mean?
VIP means virgin in practice.
That's what it is.
That's
I
what
knew
it
was
means.
something
It
like
means he's
that.
not actually a virgin, but he practices virginity. So,
And he's a token liberal. All
yeah,
at the
he's a
same
token
time.
liberal. This poor guy, he's messed up.
Golly.
Yeah, I will say this. I was up visiting my dad.
He's a vegan. That's what he's a vegan in practice. Go
Vegan
ahead.
in practice.
I was
There
up
you go.
visiting my dad this past week.
He's a liberal. He's going to be a vegan. Go ahead.
We were building something, and he said, "Hey, I've been watching the show and this and that," and he was asking about sweet Tony, and I said something about Cameron. He goes, "Oh, he's the liberal."
Yeah. He is, man.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we have to have them for the demographic. Like I
Right,
said, there's
right.
a certain percentage of liberals that will watch.
We are an all-inclusive
so
program
We
here.
have to include one in here.
Right.
And whatever Lee
Even
says,
though he has
happens.
to shut up and stay
Right.
in the corner, he's here.
And sweet Tony's gay. So That's why we call him Sweet.
I'm not putting that on the T-shirt. Just
No,
saying.
no, he's not. He's not. I'm just kidding.
He's just confused.
Oh,
He is now. I'm sure he is. He's like, why am I here? That's what he's confused about.
don't be lukewarm. Don't be confused about your sexuality. Either be hot or cold.
Oh man.
Oh, wow. That's a dark twist.
That did, man. But you got to laugh to keep from crying in this stupid world and everything's going on.
Oh.
Israel's being bombed. What's new?
Well, yeah, that's an everyday happening for them.
I hear they hit back pretty hard.
They did.
The next
They did.
day. Yeah.
They did. And you know what's so funny when you watch it in the media? It's like Hamas can lob rockets, do it again, and do it again. And then when Israel responds, it's
they
like,
lost their
Israel
mind.
attacked the
Israel
Palestinians
attacked
today.
them, and it's like, no, they didn't.
Those bloodthirsty Jews. Yeah. They killed Jesus. Now they're trying to kill all these people. And they do that. It's just horrible, man.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to be a Jew. And then it's like not cool, but it'd be cool to be hated like by everybody.
Yes, because they are.
They are.
And they should turn the entire world into a glass parking lot, as far as I'm concerned.
But what's
I mean,
ironic is that everybody sits around and we're like, we stand with Israel.
No,
you
they
know,
don't.
and we do. We say that all the time. Everybody's got it posted on Facebook.
Nobody cares.
I stand with Israel, and then what happens with the American Jews? They all vote for Democrats. They do.
That's true.
They lean liberal and vote Democrat. And I'm like, well, I don't stand with you if you're going to do that. I stand with Israel, but not with you guys. But it's they're going to snap one day. It's going to be like Jesus overturning tables in the temple. He's just going to launch some nukes and just take these people out. And that guy Cotton, the representative, what's his first name? Anybody know? Oh, his last name's Cotton. Good guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No idea.
Andrew.
He said if
James.
if he said
So.
we'll just call him Tony Cotton.
Tony Cotton.
He said if Hamas drops their weapons, there's peace. If Israel drops their weapons, there's no Israel.
Yeah, I agree.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Israel's like, yeah, y'all can go do it. We're just gonna get nukes, and you mess with us, we're gonna. That's why you can't. You don't realize how crazy these people are. So when you're sending pallets of money to them, and they're trying to get their nuclear program together, they would nuke you in a heartbeat.
Yes, they would.
Yeah, they would. They don't think twice about that stuff. I mean, got the leader of Hamas, one of the guys, I don't know if he's still alive. They kill one a day, but it's just like, go get some cheap knives and start cutting off the heads of Jews. That's what they think. And so you can't reason with people like this.
Nope.
So pray for Israel. And then Mike Pence came out and like, I stand with Israel. And it was so funny because he just got abused because people are like, yeah, you stand with Israel, but you don't stand with Trump.
He did not towards the end, did he?
He didn't. He's not going to get my vote.
He's not ever going to run for anything.
Oh, he is. He's running for president in 24.
He's running for president. In
Absolutely.
24? Well, he has no chance.
Mike
so.
Pence is running for president. Oh, yes, he'll get all the rhinos, the Romney people, and all that stuff. That's who will vote
All
for
10
him.
of them.
Yeah. But I hope you
I don't
people are
think anybody
happy.
likes Romney.
We've got all this stuff taking place right now in this world, and it's all craziness, but at least we don't have any more mean tweets. Amen.
Amen to
Mean
that.
Amen. I'm so happy.
I got rid of my safe space.
Yeah.
I don't even have to have it anymore.
I know it.
I got rid of it. No more of those tweets coming through making me all upset.
Yeah. I mean, when I just get on Twitter, and I don't really call it Twitter, I just take the TW out and put a SHN. But when I get in there... But when I get on there, it's just so refreshing just to not, But Biden's not tweeting because nobody can find him,
Yeah.
I'm not sure he knows how.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. That's what we would say. And we'd be like trying to translate.
Yeah, I don't know if he could even...
I don't think he could.
I don't think he could unless somebody did it for him.
He's good at reading a teleprompter. He even reads the header text.
Yeah.
So don't read this part.
But he got 81 million votes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Somebody didn't figure out, though, that we only have so many registered people that registered to vote in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets 80, Trump gets 70. There's only like 130 registered voters, 130 million,
Not good at math, but I don't think I
No, not good at math at all, but Israel and
20 to 30 million off.
yeah.
Yeah.
But serious, a note, and we don't do this often, but seriously, man, if you don't know Jesus, you better get with it, man. You better figure it out because we're getting near the end times. I know people say that all the time, but we're rolling that way. And if you don't, listen, you see us, we represent the church, the good side.
Oh, wow.
And
That's probably not good.
there's guys there who are cool. There's women who are cool. All the stuff you hear about church. Man, the stuff you hear about church, and I can get on it a whole lot, but there's a lot of good people there too. And I don't mention that enough. There's a lot of good people in churches, a lot of good people who are your friends, who will love you, support you no matter what. Find you a good church somewhere. Follow Jesus Christ with all your heart. Following Jesus Christ means you got to follow his scripture. You don't follow his scripture, you're not following Jesus. That's simple.
Do what he says.
Yep, you got to do what he says. If you know, a lot of people out there right now are like, hey, I'm gonna be a Christian, but I'm not gonna do anything that he says. I'm not gonna follow anything he says. You can't do that. I mean, don't be an idiot. And so you got to follow. There's a lot of things in the Bible that I don't necessarily like. Like I can't punch a liberal in the face, but
does it necessarily say that?
You know, I don't think it does. I think I will.
There you go. See?
All right.
Come here, Cameron.
Well,
No, yeah. We get down here, we're going to punch Cameron in the face.
liberal's not in there, so
That'll be
it
our
doesn't
after
say
show.
we can't punch something that's not in there.
No, but
It does say
we
you
don't
have to
advocate
love
violence
your-
at all.
It does say you have to love your enemy.
It does say love your enemy, do good to those who persecute you.
But
So,
what
Cameron,
makes an enemy?
who are my enemies?
Yeah.
I don't think like people who are lost, they're not my enemies. They don't bother me.
No.
They don't bother. The people who are within the church trying to destroy it, they're my enemies.
Yeah.
Christians are the enemy.
Right. And I think the Bible kind of teaches that in a way. It's just kind of like love your enemies, do good to those who persecute you. But when it comes to false prophets, rip them a new one.
Yep.
I think that's what it said, exactly.
I think it's in the Greek. But but we just go to church, find there's cool people out there. There's cool people out there who love the Lord and who are normal, regular people who are not swinging from the chandeliers and all that
We
stuff.
don't have any,
And,
so.
and run around with banners and all that stuff in the worship service. There's good people out there, good normal people who will love you. But the most important thing is where you're going to spend eternity. You got to find Christ. Just do it. Talk to somebody who knows Jesus. It's not hard, but you just got to make a determination within your heart. God's got to change your heart. You can't do it yourself. God's got to change your heart. But just the fact that you would ask and seek means that he is changing your heart.
Yep.
And so find somebody, talk to them about that stuff, because it's very important for these end times. Because, but even if it wasn't in end times, it's very important.
Yeah, it's still important.
Right.
You're never promised tomorrow.
What are you doing over there?
Well, I was trying to move my mic out of the way,
He
and
broke
it's
it.
decided to fall off the
Oh
table.
my
so-
gosh! This is second
Carry
week
on.
in a row
This is
where JR has done something just totally.
It's
I
unprofessional.
know it's like we're doing a program here, and he's
Unbelievable.
over here just
You
farting
think a
around
guy
doing this
that
all thing.
streams like 3 times a week would
I know.
know better than this.
What
by
did I
now.
do last week?
You got up and changed the battery halfway through. I know we had to have that so we could have the podcast. I appreciate that, really do. It's like
Yeah.
every once in a while he needs to be appreciated. Have you noticed that?
He's got to make.
We
himself
appreciate you,
known.
JR. We
appreciate
do.
you.
You're
We
supposed
do.
to be distracting when I do something like this, not drawing attention to it.
Oh, it's way funner to draw attention.
Yeah. Well, it's not
Like,
like
this
we
is-
can't see it. I mean, it's almost like you pulled your trousers down and tuck your shirt in. Everybody can see it.
You know what?
Excuse me, guys, when I do this, nobody's watching, are they?
What I was trying to do was aim our little caricatures there at the camera instead of looking off in the left space like they were last week. But
Do you undo your pants and tuck your shirt in?
No.
I tucked my shirt in before I finished.
No, because
Does
my-
anybody like put your pants down to your ankle and tuck your shirt in?
no.
to your ankles, or just like unzip and just kind of.
I meant knees. I said ankles.
I'm not sure where you're going with that.
I'm
one,
not sure
but
how helpful that
Oh
is.
my gosh!
I feel uncomfortable all of a sudden.
No, I need counseling.
I know, no square.
Oh, then you're okay. Obviously, I'm the only one.
Moving
That's
on.
what you do, man. You just like, you put it down
Pineapple.
your knees and you put your shirt down long, and then you pull your pants up around it.
Well,
I wear size.
Oh, you wear
pants
skinny
like-
jeans, though. You can't do
I wear
that.
pants like 3 sizes too big anyway, so I just pull and just I don't
no,
have
no.
to. undo it.
I've
true.
just got my shirt on and ready to be tucked before
I
I,
can-
ever
I
put my
cannot.
pants on.
But what if it comes untucked during the day?
It doesn't.
I can't wear. Your wife. Same difference. Your wife gets on to you about you wearing your pants. You don't like your pants, by the way.
That's fine. She didn't have to. They're my pants.
I wear
She's
baggy.
not wearing them.
Every time I wear baggy pants around the house, my wife's like, "You got baggy pants on."
And I say that's
I
right.
want to see that butt. And so
Oh,
that's what-
my.
yeah. She doesn't say
Let's
that.
get this back out.
That's what I hear in my head.
Maybe that's what she's insinuating.
I know,
So
but you don't ever see it because I have to wear my shirts out because I'm too fat. So I was like, "It's there, baby. You just can't see it."
yeah, it's all right.
It's like our abs. We got
Yeah.
all this armor in front of our abs
Yeah,
to protect
that's
them.
true.
Protection.
Yeah,
Protection.
and you still need Jesus.
This is true.
I was like, you do, man. But look, we have tons of fun, and this is not an act. We
much,
do this
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, that's
so if you can be a real man, have fun, tell fart jokes and all that stuff, and still be a follower of Christ because Christ was cool. He was.
Absolutely.
And the disciples were regular guys, and they were cool, and he taught them. And as an example, when we take these disciples and we put them up on the pedestal and deify them, it's almost like people can't obtain that or anything like that. And nope, you can do it. You can do it. We did it. I'm a former alcoholic. Mike's a former goth guy.
It's true.
JR's a former homosexual. You can all do it.
That I am not.
You're a VIP.
VIP.
Oh, wow. But, you got Israel going on the gas prices. I am so old. I can remember a time when we actually exported oil and we had no crisis.
That was before the 70s, was it not?
No, it was 4 months ago.
That's before we got greedy.
I was about to say, wasn't there like an oil crisis in the 70s?
Well, there was in the 70s because we got all of our oil from Iran and all those places. But now we make more. We're on par with pretty much everybody else.
Yeah.
And we were actually exporting oil under the Trump administration.
I saw a thing today. How true it is, I don't know. It was on TikTok. Yes, I have TikTok. Don't judge me.
Oh, my gosh.
But this guy said
You're a communist.
Warren Buffett donated $54 million to the Biden administration. Biden administration shuts down pipeline requiring that oil to be transported by railroad. Who owns the railroad?
Holy cow.
You
know what? It wouldn't surprise me.
No, I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, you got, I don't know if this is true. I saw it in passing. Somebody verified it today. But have you heard like Pfizer, who makes the vaccine, makes $1.2 billion a day?
Yeah.
Does that sound accurate? Just nod your head. Don't say anything. Yeah.
There you go.
We're asking the medical professional.
$1.2 billion a day. Oh, yeah, it's all about the virus. Yeah.
Hey, when my wife started questioning all that, I told her, I said, it's about the money.
It's about the money.
These people are all about the money. It has nothing to do with your health. It has nothing to do with the microchips and all that crap. It's money.
They're not giving you the vaccine because they care about you.
No, it's about the
No.
And it's not just the providers that are getting paid for that. If you were watching, I talked to you about this earlier this week.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
But now our social media influencers, our YouTubers, our content creators have all been showing pictures of their little Band-Aids going, look, got my shot today. And we got plenty of news articles saying that they were promoted or paid to do that.
I believe that.
Now, when you've got a YouTuber that gets 1 million hits a day, he's now got 1 million other people that think it's really cool that YouTuber did that.
Yep.
And they are being paid. My sister replied to that post I put, and she said, I've seen this firsthand. She's a blogger. She says, I have several friends that have been approached or know somebody that has been paid to do it. And not only that it's like a pyramid scheme, if you know what those are. You get other people signed up, and you get paid for them, too. It's like this big umbrella.
You build on their...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Well, and I think I've said this before in this podcast. I say a lot of stupid stuff, but I think... when you have people who are promoting the vaccine who actually believe that the world is overpopulated, it's not about saving your life. And Bill Gates has done numerous talks on the overpopulation of the world.
Since 14,
yeah. And I totally would believe that Fauci is in that group as well. Yeah. And so there's a lot of people, especially all the wacko environmentalists out there, who believe the world is overpopulated. And so... it's overpopulated, but we're trying to save lives. No, they. If you've ever seen those movies, Tom Hanks had a movie like that. The second one, Da Vinci Code, but the one after that, about all these intellectuals getting together, wanting to do some type of virus or something to destroy the third of the world's population. That's what they want. These people are crazy. They're nuts. You keep praying for them, but they're crazy. They have to be opposed, and so there's a lot of stupid stuff out there. Israel gas prices abnormal becoming normal, and then normal becoming abnormal. It's like it's so weird. I don't know how to start this, but most of the things I talk about is based on conversations I have with people. And it's like when you and I were growing up, maybe Tony, because he's around my age, but when we were growing up. We always looked at Playboys and stuff like that. One of your friends' dads had a Playboy or something, and you would look at that. All right. And they used to sell Playboy and Hustler in like
gas stations
and stuff like
yeah.
yeah. And it was, and so we all grew up as guys, I'm going to admit it, man. I looked at Playboy when I was lost. I looked at Playboy when I was a kid and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that looking at porn is okay, but we're just kind of like, if we see a young kid today and maybe he saw something, we're just like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with him and all this stuff?
Like that was
now, if he wants to dress like a girl and act like a girl, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the abnormal is normal.
How dare a teenage boy want to see a woman nude? Oh my gosh, how appalling! Like that's not appalling.
When my kid was younger, when my boy was younger, if I'd walked in the room, he was looking at a Playboy, I'd be like, "Praise God!"
You'd be clapping. Yes, thank you.
He's not gay.
Oh, man.
But they just demonize normal behavior in boys. And I understand when you're married stuff, you're looking at porn, you're a weirdo and a freak, quit doing it. Because all you're doing is degrading your wife. Don't do that stuff. But as a young male, that's just, it's part of it. Whether you like us or not, you get mad at me or not, I don't care. But it's when we were young and we were lost, it's what we did. We got saved, we quit doing that stuff. But when we were lost kids, especially 14, 15 years old, you just did. And that's not normal anymore.
Yeah,
that's what we say. We say that's not normal. Is it right? No. But is it abnormal? I don't think so.
I mean, yeah. I did it when I was
and
it was just part of it.
Right. And
of course we had guns and we'd go out in the woods and shoot stuff. And I mean, you can't do that no more.
We took our guns to school and put them in they were in the back
windows
of our trucks.
Could you imagine seeing
that even happened 15 years later when I was in high school. We had the hillbillies with rifles in the
we
back
had
windows.
we had the rifles in the back of ours. And I mean, we walked down the street. I remember, when I was 10, 11 years old and I had a little .22 rifle. You'd have a tackle box full of ammo. You'd be walking down the street, neighbors wave at you. You're going down to the creek.
Now they think you're about to shoot somebody up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine seeing that now.
Yeah, the cops are going to call.
I'd probably go, oh, why is that kid carrying a gun?
Yeah.
Just because it's just not considered normal anymore.
Yeah, and I know how people think, especially how little bitty Christians think. I'm not sitting here talking about. I don't think they should do it. I'm just saying that. We did it growing up.
Don't come down on them so hard.
Right. Don't make them feel like a freak.
Yeah. And
then celebrate when they come out as a girl.
Yeah.
Or I want to be a girl now. Well, that's awesome. Fantastic. We're so supportive of this. Oh, you were caught with a Playboy? Well, we're just going to condemn you forever.
Yeah.
And that's what it just the world is so weird, so I'm just kind of tired of it. The apostasy, people falling away, stuff like that. Yeah. And people having nothing to do with Christianity, people coming in and saying, we're just going to take the scripture and do whatever we want to with it, and we don't like it, we're going to get rid of it. And you can't do that. Christianity is not if you're thinking about it, Christianity is not something where you just go into it and say, I'm going to pick bits and pieces of this philosophy and join it with other philosophies, and then that's going to be my Christianity.
You got a new denomination then.
Yeah.
Christianity is a denomination that they fit into.
You follow what the Word of God says. That's what you do. And the moment that you get into Scripture and you start saying, well, the culture was different back then, now you've opened up everything. Now everything is subject to further investigation because we don't really understand the culture and stuff like that. And it's just like Mike pointed out in Bible study. It's like when you go up to the top of the hill and you just kind of, something's holding you back. But as soon as you go get rid of that doctrine, then you're going down the other side of the hill. You're gone.
Give them a little bit, they take it all.
Right. Because evil is never satisfied. It's never appeased. Evil will take something and will keep taking things.
Yep.
And somebody somewhere has got to stop it and say, we're not going to put up with it. And then people are going to say, well, you're not nice. Well, good. I don't want to be nice. I'm so tired of being nice. We tried nice.
It didn't work.
I know most of the people who watch this show who are still here after, they probably agree with our mindset anyway.
Yeah, probably at this point.
But if you're turning in and you don't know anything about us, you've made it this far. I'm sure they left after we started making fart jokes and talking about virgins and practice and all that stuff. But
if they haven't figured it out yet, they got to stick to the end of the show to get what's in the title.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because we don't get around. We sit here and we just shoot the bull, then we get to it. But we've tried nice. We've tried your way for the past 20 years. And it's time to try something different. Because all you're doing is you're nice is just absolutely destroying the church. And we need to start being good and stop being nice. And there is a difference between the two. I put these deep theological thoughts up on the Facebook page, and I just know people are looking at it going, Where's the picture of the where's the kitten gif, or something like that.
That's what that book is all about, right there on the table.
No more Christian nice guy.
Yep.
Right.
He's defining the difference between what is good and what is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But we want everybody to be nice.
Yep.
Within Christianity.
Supportive.
Well, I think
Loving.
Loving. Well, loving's not
worldly loving, not biblical love.
Not biblical love, right? What is biblical love?
It's not what we make it today.
Biblical love is more of a I love you, but what you're doing is wrong.
Well, let's say what worldly love.
I love you, so I'm going to tell you you're doing wrong because I love you.
Right.
The world is I love you, and whatever you're doing is fine.
Yeah, worldly love.
No, I disagree.
Well, okay, unless you're doing something good, then it's not okay.
Okay, there we go.
Worldly means I can see something that I don't like in you or something you shouldn't be doing, and because I love you, I overlook it. Yet biblical love, like Jesus, he loved you enough to tell you to stop it. And that's how we do that differently. He wouldn't say, "Oh, I know you have this trouble, Lee. It's okay. I love you." Yeah. He'd say, "Stop it. Cut it out.
Stop it."
He loved you enough to tell you you were wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's love. But I think like liberal Christian love is we love you as long as you agree with us.
Yeah, agree with our mindset and everything we believe.
Right. And
that's the unity Biden was talking about on Inauguration Day.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done a great job with that unity, hadn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. I don't think it's kind of like a scene from the Princess Bride. I really don't think you understand the meaning of that word. Because we're going to do unity, and then we're going to do everything we can to make you mad. And we're going to do everything we can to divide the country. But
I was watching one of the creators after his speech, and he used unity over and over again. And he goes, "That's all great." He goes, "I'm concerned about his definition of unity because I don't think it's the same as mine."
No.
There's one where we can disagree and get along, and there's one where if you don't agree with me, you don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm worried that that's the type of unity he's talking about.
Yes, is it a Nazi kind of unity?
That's right.
Yeah. Agree with us, or we put you in a gas chamber.
Yeah.
We're gonna seek the one Aryan race one day. That's what well, you're right, but that's their understanding of unity.
Yeah.
Unity is we kill everybody who disagrees with us. And that's what they mean by unity.
Yep.
And that's just the truth, folks. You can take it. I haven't been wrong yet. And so
there's another race and religion that behaves that way too. It's not American.
What?
We don't want to get into that.
Yeah, we can't say no.
We're leave it at that for
now. We'll be banned.
We're not talking about Muslims, are we?
Shh.
That's when that pineapple needs to smack him.
There are lines I will not cross, and I will say anything to insult the American church, but I will never say anything about Muslims because I don't want my house firebombed. But because really, that's why nobody says anything about Islam, because it's like, oh yeah, you want to say something? We're going to come cut your head off.
And it's not that we're not attacking.
We
Muslims
need to start doing that in Christianity.
We're not attacking Muslims, but that is part of their faith system that they hate us right off the bat.
Right.
So that's kind of what I attack when I say something like that.
I know. But I tell you what, you would get a lot of people to stop saying stupid stuff in America if you did that, right? Some idiot is on there doing a podcast and talking about how he believes Jesus, Spider-Man, the same person, and all that stuff.
Off.
And then right in the middle of it, you're just like, bam, 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 start beating the crap out of him.
Off with his head.
They look in the camera going, we're coming after you next. You stop seeing those podcasts go down, wouldn't they? Be like,
I'm seeing a cool spin-off for little videos we could do already.
I know it, man.
Okay.
Stop being nice. Your nice sucks. It's not getting anything accomplished. I started looking it up. I said, there's got to be a difference between nice and good. And I started looking up on the
we got a list.
On the interweb. I got a list here. I always like to do my list every week. I've got a list, 20 things.
20 things?
I'm going to do it really fast because I know
we'll be
when
here
I see your eyes start
3
glassing
hours.
over, then I know to quit. But there's a difference between nice and good.
Okay.
And they were talking about what was interesting is like as I started reading the articles, it almost became apparent that being nice was borderline mental disorder. That people who are nice have severe problems. They do.
I get it.
They really do. And what was interesting when they were writing about the difference between nice men and good men was that the majority of the people who wrote the articles were women.
Excellent judge of character.
Well, yeah. But where's the guys? Where's the guys writing? So I took a hodgepodge of stuff here.
We don't care if we're nice.
And just wrote down some stuff. But here, I'm going to share this difference between a nice guy and a good guy. And that's what I want my son to be.
A good guy?
I don't care if he's a nice guy. I want to be a good guy. I don't care if he's a nice guy. I want to be a good man.
Yeah.
I want him to be a good man of integrity. That's what I want him to be.
Yep.
Here we go. A nice guy will tell a pretty lie to avoid the discomfort of telling an ugly truth. But a good man will deliver the truth, however unpleasant, because his integrity will not let him deceive anyone for his own comfort.
Good man has integrity.
Good man has integrity. You were going to say something?
I was thinking about, hey, does this dress make me look fat?
Yes.
Yeah, try that, good men. See how far that gets you.
Yeah, but no, in my marriage,
I know, I can tell my wife
right,
something.
yeah,
She actually wants that. So,
and I think in a good, healthy marriage is like,
because they have no problem telling us we don't look good.
that was rough when I first got married. I'll be honest with you. You guys know how opinionated my wife is. But when she was, when I would walk out, she's like, "You're gonna wear that?" And I'm like, "I guess I'm not now."
No, I haven't got dressed yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm just trying this on.
It's my transition outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You poor man. Your wife.
I'm gonna
has
take
no
it to Goodwill and
filter.
then take it off and throw it to them and so you can have it. No, but she would, and then it would hurt my feelings.
Well, she has no filter.
She has no filter.
None.
But she wants me to do the same thing. She's like, "How does this look on me?" And I'm like, now I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, gotta take that off.
It's like freaking Miss Piggy. Get that thing off. Well, I don't say that, but I'm like, hey, those shoes and belt don't go together. Because I know if I say something like that, I don't like your shoes, she'll change her entire outfit. That's all you got to do with a woman.
That's true.
Because they got to match. So, a nice guy will do nice things with unspoken expectations attached. They always want something. A nice guy, when he does something for you, he's trying to get you in his back pocket. I know a guy just like this. A good man does things without expectation of a payoff, but because he is acting in accordance with his core values. Should he receive a return, it's simply a bonus. I agree with that. A nice guy is worried about his reputation, but a good man is only concerned with his character. A nice guy fears rejection, and so he seeks validation. A good man is self-validated and does not tie his worth to whether he is accepted or rejected. Amen.
Yep.
Suck it.
Yeah, I don't care what people think about me. That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. A nice guy will cloak his intentions and be unclear, while a good man will be upfront with his intentions and be very clear about his aim. The good man leaves no space for ambiguity.
We're here to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're here to step on your toes, and we like it.
Yep.
A nice guy will have loose boundaries. A good guy won't. A nice guy will blame others. A good man recognizes his role in whatever has transpired, takes responsibility, and when necessary, redirects his course. A nice guy will make lofty promises to look good, while a good man will only make the promises he knows he can keep. I like this. I know you're sitting there going, "This is boring." But this is really important stuff, kids,
Yeah, listen
especially
up.
you young people here. I've got that white thing in my eye. See this right here?
That's your laser eye.
How'd that happen?
Laser eye.
Yeah, we get these lights in the studio so we can see each other, and so see each other. See, I don't know what we're looking at.
It's so they
We can sit in
see
the dark
us.
and do this show because we don't do anything. But whenever I start getting really crazy, I'm going to move the camera over like this and then let this eye get out. Oh my gosh!
Got a laser eye.
Where's the United Church of Christ? A nice guy wants to play the knight in the shining armor, but is quick to disappear when the caca gets real. A good man knows it's not his job to rescue anyone, but will show up and have your back when needed.
Agreed.
A nice guy will discard anything and anyone that is not useful to him.
Yeah.
A good man will respect another person's inherent dignity and treat them kindly, even when they no longer have a role or purpose in his life. And then, you guys, I mean, just as soon as we're done with this podcast, we're done being friends.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Because we're nice.
I only hang out with JR because he can do tech stuff.
It's probably true.
A nice guy lacks leadership abilities. A good man takes charge of his life and becomes the master of his own fate. I mean, really, you think about all the great leaders that were out there, great military leaders and stuff, nobody would say they were nice people.
No, not even close.
But, I mean, when it hits the fan, you don't want a nice person. You want a good man who can get the job done.
Yeah.
That's who you want. A nice guy will do anything to avoid hurting someone's feelings, while a good man realizes that sometimes the kindest thing one can do for another may initially be hurtful, but it will eventually be helpful. Jair, you're fat. I'm worried about your heart disease.
That hurts my heart.
Oh, I'm fat too. A nice guy will say what others want to hear, while a good man will say what others need to hear. That's what I do. That's why I'm a good man. I'm telling you what you need to hear. Right. That's what I do every week. Okay. Is this boring? Tell me.
I mean, we're almost done now.
Be honest with me. Tell me. Okay, a nice guy won't apologize even when he's wrong, because he thinks it makes him look weak. But a good man is quick with apologies and even faster with reparations.
Totally.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
There's many times I tell my wife I'm sorry when I do something wrong.
Yeah, that one's harder though.
It depends. Like if I screw up at work, I'm like, yeah, I screwed up. I don't care.
The hardest thing I had was growing up and having kids was telling my kids I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Of going to my kids and going, hey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. But I think it's good. I think a man should do that. Yeah. Nice guy lives in service of himself and his desires, while a good man lives in service of humanity. All right, whatever. Yay. At the core,
disagree.
I don't know if I live in service of all.
I don't either.
Disagree.
I don't care anything about
You're
liberals.
good until then.
At the core, the major differences between a nice guy and a good man, is that a nice guy is concerned with appearances and etiquette. The good man is concerned with character and morality.
It's character again. That's twice now.
Mm-hmm. The nice guy takes an easy road. The good man is committed to his development and is willing to do the work to become a good man.
Yep.
A nice guy mistakes being nice for being good. A good man understands that to be good, he sometimes cannot be nice.
Wow, that's perfect. Is that the last one?
No.
Oh.
Should I end on that one?
That should have been the first one. That's the only one that matters.
Yeah. Example, to defend someone he loves, to defend his country, to fight for a principle he holds dear, sometimes requires him to be the virtuous beast within him.
I mean,
virtue, man. Virtuous beast.
Virtuous beast.
I like that.
It's just weird.
It's just kind of a weird way of saying, I'm doing this for your own good. You'll thank me later. All right. Nice guy dresses up, uses good manners, acts like a gentleman to impress, seeking to increase his value in the heart and mind of another. Good man doesn't up anything, doesn't use anything, and doesn't act like anything. That's right.
So, my laziness...
Here we are, buddy, in all of our glory. He does what he does because it is who he is.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I like these.
I am what I am.
And he is quietly secure in the sense of high value without being arrogant or a braggart. Okay, yeah, we...
I'm going to say a little bit arrogant.
Yeah, we're a little arrogant.
We're
right all the time. I mean,
we're the best. I mean, what can we say?
Yeah, when you're right all the time, I mean,
golly. It's not arrogance, though, if it's true.
If you can do it, stop bragging.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
It's just truth, then.
Solved. Truth. See?
Yeah.
Even is right.
There's a difference between confidence and arrogance.
Oh, hey, you know what, man? Women dig confidence. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Until they call you arrogant.
Well, you talk to like...
there's a line there.
Well, there's a difference. But if the other day I was reading Cosmopolitan on the toilet, and...
Cosmo on the toilet.
Is there something you need to tell us that you and Tony have a relationship or something like this here, or what?
I borrowed it from Tony. But, I'm just went to read Cosmo, but I came across it somewhere like the most alluring thing for, like, I guess a single woman was confidence in a man. Not arrogance, but confidence.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Mike's favorite thing in a woman is obedience.
Obedience.
Let's circle back to obedience.
Yeah, let's circle back. We're going to circle back.
Excuse me, but I'm pretty sure it does say obey the man in the Bible. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
And
I didn't say if your problem's with that, it's not with me.
It's with God.
That's right.
A nice guy's popularity is more important than his self-respect. A good man would rather be alone than spend away his self-respect on something as flimsy and transient as popularity.
Yeah, because I don't care about that.
I'd rather be alone.
Obviously, we don't care about that.
No. But the cool thing about it is, like, when you have a group of people that you know you can be yourself in front of and they're still going to love you anyway, it gives you a lot more confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. You guys are stuck with me, so you just have to put up with it.
Dang it.
So, all right. We're going to transition now. We're what?
36?
Huh?
36, I think. That's too small even for me.
we're 36 minutes into the podcast. Finally, going to get to what we actually were going to talk about.
That's right. Here it is.
But we do this stuff. Now, here's what we're going to do. And now, they're preparing themselves. This is the most stressful thing we've done in this podcast.
I have notes.
It takes personal.
Mike has notes. It's the first time he's actually ever prepared for
It's
anything
true.
that we've done here.
Yeah.
But what we did, we're going to do top 10 albums. Not top 10 of all time, like I said.
No.
Top 10 to us.
Kind of.
And each one may have a little story
So
behind
Mike
them.
has 45.
Yeah, Mike had
That-
45 of them. I had,
The-
if I did a list, I could have done.
oh yeah,
I struggled to get.
But
you.
I'm gonna have like 2 names in one section, like a slash, because it's not necessarily the albums; it's what the albums meant to me at that particular time in my life.
okay.
Okay. You have some that are bold.
Does that make sense?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
they
we
all
just have
were
to
in
hear
bold
it.
at one time, and I don't know why I did it in bold. I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around, and granted, a lot of these a lot of these albums, we call them albums because I'm old, and CDs just sounds gay. I don't know why I don't want to say
Oh,
that.
easy.
What?
CDs are awesome.
That's
You
what
still
I
have
meant.
some?
Huh? I thought you
Wait a
said they
minute,
sound
that's what I
gay.
meant. You said a derogatory term. I said that CDs are gay. I'm happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally took that out of context.
All right. Oh my
All right.
gosh, you
All right.
racist, sexist, homophobic, misogynist.
It is true, I am, but
Knuckle dragging Neanderthal. Who's your hillbilly? I mean, gay is in positive.
oh, okay.
CDs are gay, so I enjoy them very much.
How much do you enjoy them?
I don't have any anymore, so.
Oh, I put CDs on.
I
Read
have
Cosmo.
CDs. Hey, by the way, there's a
Think
90,
about sweet, sweet Tony.
there's a 95 Firebird sitting downstairs or upstairs right now that has CDs in it,
That's right, bud. Right.
and they're old school, like burned CDs. They're mixed.
So
CDs.
I mean, but you can't say the CD sounds. It just nobody releases the CDs anymore.
Compact disc.
yeah, no one listens to cassettes anymore.
Nobody
They're
listens to
still
cassettes,
awesome.
so you might as well just call them albums because albums are coming back. I got a stereo in my house that's got just albums.
You can go to like Walmart and
Yeah,
Target.
everybody's
and buy
wanting
albums,
vinyl
yeah.
now.
Yeah, and you go and you just like
and they're like $40 a
they're
piece.
$40 a piece, man. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just should have saved all my old albums, right?
Yeah.
But we wore those things out. So like, I remember 45s. Tony, you remember those? Man,
Are those bigger or smaller?
they're small.
I don't know. So
Yeah, I don't either.
Gosh,
the smaller ones.
listen
Okay.
to this young little puppy over here. They were like this. They're 45s. The other
Yeah.
ones were 33s. Why the smaller one's bigger? I don't know. It was the speed that you played
Speed?
them in. Yeah.
Ah.
But a good turntable,
Is it
man,
megahertz?
album. Oh, that was the way to do it. And we couldn't dance because you'd bounce the floor and you
Skip. Yeah.
Shake it.
yeah. But that was good times, man. I miss the 80s. I really do miss the 80s. I do. We had a lot of fun. These poor kids today, bless their heart, man.
They don't have good music to choose from.
No, they don't.
They're just so.
Unless you're on an 80s playlist.
They are so fearful. They're so depressed. They
Love.
are so sad. And like I shared Sunday, we every day in the 80s we grew up with the threat of a nuclear bomb dropping on our head,
But it was still awesome.
but it was still awesome. We had fun. We had stupid fun, and we had a good time. And I love my wife, my kids, you guys, but just that kind of mindset of just enjoy life, because I don't know, these kids today, they're depressed.
Yeah,
They're
are.
sad.
Yeah.
And everything they do is wrong, and everything they hear in the news is nothing but this death and destruction and stuff like that, and they're just bombarded because of social media. And I wonder how they get out of bed sometimes, or why they even. I mean, take for example the environmental movement and all that stuff. You got these kids who are just ready to kill themselves because they don't think the world's going to be here in a year.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, you punks! I need to quit that crap. All right, so we're going to do our top 10.
Oh, okay.
Not in any necessary
No
order.
particular
Just 10.
order, just 10.
Yeah.
All right, and we are you can abuse anybody that you want to. So
Awesome.
go ahead, JR, with your number one. We'll just go around the room here. Not you guys, you can't talk, but go ahead.
The one on the top of my list, it doesn't make it number one. It's just one of the 10. Is DC Talk Jesus Freak.
Oh, great!
He's gonna be the one that picks all the Christian
No,
music and
no,
make us look terrible.
definitely.
a great album. Almost made my top 10.
Yeah, definitely not.
That changed everything, man.
All Christian on my list.
those guys, it came out and it was. Yeah, it was going to make my top 10. Just influential albums. I guess that's what we were talking about.
This is a popular album when you were my youth pastor.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
And those guys, if you don't know what was going on, it was just that was unheard of at the time.
Well, what's interesting about DC Talk is when I got saved, I was about 17 years old, and I was living a life of rap and metal and all this. And somebody's like, "Well, what are you going to listen to now? You should check out these guys. They're like a pop band, but they're Christian."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and DC Talk was my first venture into Christian music at all.
Yeah. Oh, we when I was your youth minister, we wore that stuff out.
We did.
We did. All right, good, very good. My number 10 is this is going to be Christian too, make you feel bad because Mike's first one's going to be secular.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I'm be honest. Most Christian bands suck.
No.
There's a lot of good ones, but a majority of them are not very good.
Well, there's not many good ones today.
That's the majority of secular bands suck.
That's true
they do.
All right,
but there's a lot more of them, so that means the minority is a larger number.
So there's a lot more suckage in secular music,
but there's a larger number of good.
Okay,
moving on.
I'm not arguing with you. You're an idiot.
Number
All right. There's a lot of the Christian music has gotten better. Let's put it that way.
Now?
Yeah.
From the 90s?
Yes.
I will disagree 100%.
Now, you've got Skillet, Red, Seventh-day Slumber. You've got
who
Flyleaf.
are secular bands now, by the way. Keep going.
No, they're not.
Skillet's not secular.
The Monster album was not secular?
No.
Oh, please.
No. You know John L. Cooper. He's not.
No, they are not secular. I think that album was, especially after.
No, I think he wrote it. I think they wrote an album they wanted to write.
Okay, well, I mean, I can make that case for a lot of secular songs that, they say God in them, so they're good, right?
That'd be basically any worship song that's been out in the past 10 years.
It's barely Christian.
Yeah, I was listening to that song Oceans today. It's like, we'll call upon your names, and then they never mentioned the name of Jesus. Like, what name are you talking about?
Muhammad.
Okay, my number 10.
Still a great song, by the way.
Is a live album from Gateway Worship called Living for You. Gateway Worship, we do a lot of their songs at church. And Gateway Worship was one of the first groups that took praise and worship songs, and you were listening to them. And I grew up in a metal rock background, playing drums and bands and stuff like that. And it was just like, this is kicking. This is good stuff.
Instrumental, good instrument stuff.
Yeah, and the Living for You live album is the one that has Revelation song, which is probably the best, I think, Christian praise song written. Mighty to Save is great, but Revelation song is right up there, one or two. And it came out during that time, and these guys got in there and put some distortion on their guitars and had some driving beats and some fast songs, and it was like, this is good music. It's not just good Christian music, it's good music. And they were talented, and they knew how to write. And so it just really, it helped me as a Christian, because a lot of the stuff that was during that time was, Our God is an Awesome God, which is a great song, but, it's just, it's not, I really don't think it's song as great as everybody thinks.
No,
but
it's fun to sing.
Yeah, it's fun to sing, but I don't think it's really that
song.
good. And you had the guys coming out of, you had the Maranatha stuff, which is, Maranatha's good praise and worship song, but it was, it's almost like elevator music in some way. That's the only way I could describe it. You had some stuff coming out of Calvary Church, out of Brian Dorcas and people like that. Good stuff, but it just wasn't anything driving. And then Gateway comes out, and it's just like, dun, 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 and you're like, okay, I can get into this. I like this. So Gateway's my number 10. All right, Mike, go.
All right, I'll get the one token Christian song one Christian album I put in there.
Oh, good.
Disciple.
Oh, man.
It's split. Scars Remain.
Oh, that's good.
Or the Big Bad Wolf album.
The Big Bad Wolf is a great album.
So, story. So when I was heavy into Christian music, it was Spin Around, Disciple, Skillet when it was Skillet.
Yeah.
When it was the old school Skillet.
Not John L. Cooper Skillet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we actually went to a concert one time of them, and I got to roadie for Disciple.
Nice.
We rode in the van with a band.
They were cool guys, too.
They were super down to earth, just cool as can be. But I mean, when I was in my goth/punk stage, that was influence, especially Scars Remain. I can to this day just remember almost every track on the Scars Remain album.
And it's so funny because that lead singer for Disciple, he still looks like he's 20.
He's a vampire. He had an age.
Yeah, he's probably 75 years old.
Yeah, but they were just great down to earth people, and he was
Great
They were
band.
fun. Yes, they
Great
were.
band.
And one of the best live performing bands. And I've seen a lot of live performing bands, and they were one of the
And
best.
they would present the gospel and wouldn't care.
100%.
And they'd let it rip, and they're a great band. Good choice. Go.
All right, since I'm getting blamed for being all Christian over here,
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to
Well, you are SC. You are super Christian.
swing the pendulum
Slayer,
to the other
Rain
side.
in Blood.
Nope. We're going to go Linkin Park hybrid theory.
Oh!
Okay, hold on. You get
I
knuckles
don't
for
know if we
that?
can reach.
Okay.
Because I
Is
had
that on your list?
No, I had a buddy that would argue with me about the best Linkin Park, and he said it was Meteora.
Oh, no.
They're both
Hybrid
good, but
theory.
Hybrid theory is better.
Yeah, I agree 100%. He would argue with me tooth and nail. So,
Hybrid
That's-
theory, man's best.
very good album. Very good album.
Great. Groundbreaking. We're doing good so far.
I like the list. It's
I
just
like the
sounding
list.
Good. Okay.
Go
Number
for it.
9 for me, Hicks tape from Hardy.
Okay, 100% agreed.
Yes.
He has no idea who
I don't
that
know who it is. No.
But Hardy is very awesome.
My wife, here's the story. I'm upstairs. We're sitting on the deck upstairs, and she comes out and says, "I want you to listen to this." And she plays Rednecker.
Oh, great song.
And I'm listening to it, and I'm going, man, I dig this song. And then she played Buy Me a Boat from Chris Jansen, too. And I'm like, okay, who are these guys?
Yeah. Hardy actually writes almost
Everything.
So,
Yeah. He wrote God's Country. He wrote...
the song Hell Right.
yeah.
He's actually in that video, and that's how I knew he was.
Okay.
He was just he's like a background guy in that video, and I was like,
He wrote Up, Down with
He wrote-
Morgan Wallen and
he
all
wrote
those guys.
he wrote a lot of Morgan Wallen songs.
Yeah, but Hardy's fantastic. And
He
so he came out with this thing called Hicks tape where he sang with Morgan Wallen and other people.
Oh, so good.
He had Thomas Rhett on there. Funny story because everybody was like, some guy was reviewing it and it said he didn't have any women sing with him. And somebody said he had Thomas Rhett sing with him. That's close enough. Well, you know, Thomas Rhett, yeah.
I dig
yeah.
it. I dig it.
But I was never into country music at all.
And
Never
that-
did not like country
yeah.
music. And then I listened to that, and then I got a hold of Hicks tape and had a song on there called "Turn Me Down."
Yep.
You know that song because
Oh,
I
yeah.
play it all
I
the
love
time.
that song, yeah.
We had Zach Wild from Ozzy Osbourne play on
Yeah.
it, and it's one of my favorite all time songs.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
just country song, but I'm
he makes country fun.
he makes country fun. I'm
does.
totally into Hardy, Chris Jansen, your boy,
Granger.
Granger,
Yeah.
Earl Dibbles Jr.
Hey, we're not there yet.
Yeah,
We're not there yet.
my country playlist is up to like 160 songs now,
Nice. I'm so proud.
and there's a guy
Yeah,
came.
you're weird though. You're SC.
And Rashad, what's his name?
Rashad. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's his name.
fantastic. But there's a lot of good stuff out there, and they're putting a lot of rock with the country
They
now,
are, yes.
and I'm really enjoying that. So cool.
Yeah.
Hicks tape number 9.
All right. Once again, no particular order. And this is on my Amazon Play My Music. I go through. This is who I have the most albums of and the most songs.
All right.
So I picked the band, but I picked the best album out of all of them, AC/DC Back in Black.
Fantastic album.
Shoot the Thrill, perhaps one of the greatest
One
songs.
of the greatest songs ever.
If that doesn't make you want to drive 150 mile an
Oh,
hour,
man.
set your hair on fire and drink
I
Bush
agree.
Light, I don't know what will.
I agree.
So
Oh, yeah.
I just so when I'm looking through there, I mean AC/DC, I have like 100 of their songs,
Yeah.
and it's not like they're my favorite band, but it's like, man, you just get in those rock moods sometimes, and you know every AC/DC song that comes on, I can sing along
Yeah.
with it.
Shoot the thrill, man. Just
And
makes
it-
you want to jump on your bed and dance your underwear, though.
It does 100%. Or
maybe-
slide across the floor in your underwear. Like,
Let's do the Tom Cruise
do the
thing.
Tom Cruise thing. So.
Shoot the thrill!
Oh, it's great,
It just
man.
makes me want to dance.
That
now.
one scene where Tony Stark comes
Yeah.
and he's swaying
And he-
out, it's like,
he
yeah,
jumps
that's
out.
it, man.
Yep. So Back in Black album.
Yeah.
For the sake of time,
That's the
I'll
first
just-
time he's heard that because he listen to ACD.
Yeah. he
I'm
does
not
that.
familiar with these
For
guys.
the sake of time, I'll move this one from where I was going to put it. Back
Oh.
in Black is on my list.
Oh,
Oh,
nicely done. I can't
nice.
believe it. Wow.
I cannot
Is
believe
the-
that.
Now, you have to remember, my dad was a 70s
That's
and
true.
80s
That's true.
rock
Yeah.
guitarist.
Yeah.
so-
That's true. We don't. Hey, listen, we got 3 hours. It doesn't matter how long we stay on here.
That's true.
We're
We
not
can
in the
just
time
go.
limit or anything
So
like that.
that can just be my number 8. That's fine.
Most people skip to what we're actually talking about. My wife says, I skip to what you're talking about and listen to the jibber jabber.
Well, this week I'll put timestamps in there so you can
Yeah,
feel right
yeah,
where you
Fast
want.
forward to it. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can skip the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, let's
and-
just
and get to listen
bashing
more.
everybody. Okay.
So that's your next one. Back
Yeah,
in
we'll
Black.
just call
Okay.
that one number 8. It's on my
Okay.
list.
Okay.
Number 8 for me was Beyond Belief by Petra.
Oh, Petra.
I never listened to any
Great,
of them.
Oh, that was good.
great album, great concept album. They did a video along with it, and it's just one of those. Most of these ones I have on here are just ones you can put in and just listen to them all day. And Beyond Belief was just at a moment in my life, coming out, like I said, coming out of hard rock background, they were heavy. And
yeah.
and the lead singer used to sing for a band called East West. It was cool because I was able to turn my brother on to him because he knew that East West band. And just a great all around album.
Nice.
Every song on there good.
I would have never had that on my list, but I like it.
Yeah, go.
Okay. All right. So the one that really, about my teen years when they started and really started getting into music, Nirvana, the Bleach album.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was their hard grunge. That was like their while they're still in Seattle, grunge band sound before they started getting popular. Before I played that CD until it wouldn't play anymore. Yeah. I mean, it wore it out. That's what got me into the whole grunge rock scene, and that was they were super influential, especially at the time. You had, and go back, I could even add to that and say MTV Unplugged album.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
He's just a great vocalist. He was very underappreciated with his vocals.
I think it's one of the first songwriter. I think he's a great songwriter.
He was a great songwiter.
This is one of the first times we've all been in like an agreement on something.
I know this is weird.
This is really
well.
weird.
He's going to change it.
We're going to agree and disagree, I guess, because my favorite Nirvana was Nevermind. But
well, I think everybody
was a great album.
Nevermind's a great album.
Yes, Nevermind.
That's my number 6. Then.
But see,
is that going to be your number 6?
It's on my list, right?
Are you just going to copy whatever Mike says?
There's no need for me to mention Nirvana later.
Sure, but see, me being pure punk, I can't agree with the popular ones. I have to go with the one that no one's ever heard of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yes, all of their albums were great.
In
Utero was also awesome.
Yep. Nevermind and Enter were my gateways into alternative music.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Nirvana did that for a lot of people.
So Nevermind is your next one?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
My number's 7.
Except it was weird album cover, Naked Baby.
It is a weird.
It is weird
album
album
cover,
cover,
but
it's funny.
Yeah.
My 7th one, another Christian one because I'm more Christian than you guys.
I got 2 more.
Okay.
I don't. I'm sorry.
It's a new one, and it's called "Lion and the Lamb," and we know that we've done that worship song by Seventh Day Slumber, and it's somebody's stomach's growling. I can hear it through my headphones. Why didn't you eat before you came here?
I ate before I came here.
I don't think that was a stomach. I think you're hearing something above the bunker.
Maybe I'm farting and I don't know it.
That happens in old age.
It's SBD, silent but deadly. I lost my train of thought. Oh, 7 Day Slumber. Sorry, guys, if you're listening. It's like a lot of the popular Christian songs, like Holy Spirit, Oceans, but what happens is that you listen to Christian music and worship music, and you're just kind of like, as a musician, you're listening and saying, "Oh, I wish I could do this here, and then I would change this here. Man, this song would be kicking. It'd be rocking." 7 Day Slumber takes it all, and they do it perfectly. I mean, it is Lion and the Lamb is something you can put in and you can listen to it. It's a praise and worship album, but they just do a fantastic job with their arrangement. It's unreal, and it's heavy. It's heavy as I'll get out, man. And I just love it. I think they did a fantastic job. And a shout out to them. They'll never listen, but just a shout out to them because these are guys. 7 Day Slumber goes on the road, plays 3 months at a time, and will play anywhere. And they don't care how many people show up, and they don't care how much money you give them. Yeah. They just want to go and they want to minister. And the cool thing about the worship leader, the lead singer for the band, he's very outspoken. He'll talk about abortion. He'll talk about everything. He don't care. And he lets it rip. But they will go play anywhere. They've actually even talked about coming to our place and playing. They don't take up a love offering. They'll move on to the next church. But they just want to play. They want to worship. They want to minister to people. And that, I'll take
why
them.
They're on your list right there.
That's right. That's why they're on my list.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, I do love the album. I like a lot of their albums. But Lion and the Lamb is great, but just the fact that these guys, that's what ministry is. You don't have to give me $10,000 to come there. You don't have to sell a certain number of tickets before we'll show up. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't have to separate the brown M&Ms from the green ones, in our green room. We just want to come. We want to play. We want to worship. We want to minister to people. Yeah. Those guys have my respect. They just do. They'll be in there and they'll have a blowout on their church, on their bus, their band bus. And they'll show pictures. They'll take pictures of it, and everybody's smiling, and it's just they inspire me. They really do, as far as ministry. Go, man. Sorry.
Since I'm not a pastor, I'm not gonna have all Christian stuff.
I know. I have to.
All right, here you go. Stone Temple Pilots core album.
Great.
Just another one. Once again, in the whole grunge / era. Now, Stone Temple came out in 80, probably 87.
Great underrated band, though.
And they were probably well into the 2000s. But once again, they hit their stride in like '92 when that core album came out, and that was just the whole album. Just
a much better band than Pearl Jam.
100%. Pearl Jam wouldn't even make my top 50. I mean, they're just. I like Pearl Jam, but they weren't near as good as.
Right.
I'll be honest. One that's not going to make the list that probably could was Alice in Chains. Their harmonies, they were
fantastic
awesome.
band.
But I prefer Stone Temple Pilots.
Cool.
Okay.
Go.
All right, I'll swing back to the Christian side then. Casting Crown's first album, self-titled.
Good one. Yep. Very good.
That whole album, like this other one I'll mention in a minute, is one that's like, they didn't have one hit on or two hits. That whole album was great.
Album was a hit. It was.
Yep.
That was great. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, stuff. Mine, I got 2 for number 6 because the stories of them are the same. Soldiers Under Command by Stryper.
Striper.
And Weapons of Our Warfare by Deliverance. And
don't know that.
a speed metal band out of California. And it was cool because the lead singer, I always remember, because the lead singer was this really big guy with long hair. And his last name was Brown. But
nice.
I came out, when I got saved in 1988, I came out of the metal scene. And
It says I came out a lot.
I know.
I wasn't. Just roll with it, Jay.
Let
him roll.
I got to get my jabs back sometimes.
Let him roll
Yeah,
his
that's
feelings
true.
out.
I did
Just
say
let him
that.
get it out.
But I can't say I transitioned either.
Please don't say that.
Okay, so I get saved in a Free Will Baptist Church, which was basically their favorite boy band is the Gaithers, and it's like you got to listen to Southern Gospel.
Yep.
I'd rather pluck my butt hairs out with a chainsaw than listen to Southern Gospel. I would.
That's pretty bad.
Is that one of those phrases you made up on the spot, or you were looking for a good place to use?
No, I made up on the spot. I would just rather I just Southern Gospel. Yeah. You can send me to hell or a Southern Gospel concert. It's the same thing to me.
Oh, nice.
I got saved so I wouldn't have to go to a Southern Gospel concert. Those guys get up there and they do their little choreographed moves and they have their suits on. They tell the joke that they told the night before in Bucksnort, Montana, and they'll sing their songs. And none of the songs are actually about Jesus. It's about them sitting on God's front porch and stupid stuff like that. I don't like Southern Gospel. Can you tell?
A little bit.
So I come out. It was basically, this is what you're going to have to listen to. And then somebody introduced me to Stryper and then Deliverance, and it was like, praise God. It literally praise God.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand, Stryper was huge, man.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And MTV, especially the To Hell with the Devil came out. They had Honestly on that and Free, and had great songs. But just to listen to that stuff and go, yes, finally. And I did go see them in concert, went backstage. They were very standoffish, so that kind of soured me. But the albums at the time meant a lot to me where I was in my Christian walk. Go.
All right, we're gonna put once again, no particular order. Deftones, Around the Fur.
That's pretty good.
All right, yeah, Around the Fur. Great album.
I'm not too familiar with them, but
you would know their songs if they hit.
Okay.
Once again, that was just during the time I was listening to, like I said, STP, Nirvana, all those guys. Deftones was definitely in there.
Yeah.
Once again, I like it.
that's great.
They went from the 45 to the top 10. Huh?
I knew Deftones.
They are. Now I'm not gonna say they're. Once again, this is just a list I made because I didn't prepare like I should have.
Yeah, I know, obviously.
So once again, these are just albums that I burn up when I was.
They're nice, man. That's good stuff. Go.
Okay. I have 2 white rappers on my list.
All right, go.
Okay, I know who one of them is, and I know who the other one is. So
Why do you feel the necessity to talk
Yeah,
about
why
their
that'd be
skin
white.
color? Are you racist?
are you racist? Are you
No.
secret?
Are you racist against white people?
No, they make the best rappers, though.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh! And on
Okay.
that bombshell, we'll be emptying the show right now.
Okay, hold on. We could probably argue this point. Let me write this down.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Please send explosive devices to J.R. Robinson.
They make the. I did not criticize anybody. I did not prejudice.
Oh, I know who you're going to say. Go
Okay.
ahead.
No prejudice.
Go ahead.
The very first one from the 90s would be Eminem,
Yeah.
the Slim Shady LP.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, groundbreaking.
The whole album.
Groundbreaking.
It is
without
good.
a doubt.
I don't listen to him.
It's
but
like he gave us he gave us hope that white guys could do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not only could do it,
I thought that was Toby Mac.
but
He didn't make the list.
no, I doubt it. But yeah, that album was great. That was a great album.
It was. I recognize genius. You know, I don't
Yeah,
like it. It's
he
not my
was-
type. I'm not a big rap guy. Well, I say that, but then my next one's going to blow that out of the water.
Oh gosh, I'm interested in this one.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
Hit it.
The best white rappers of all time.
Oh,
the Beastie Boys, man.
Dang it! Hold on. A Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, License to Ill.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, put your list up, didn't I?
That one's on my list. I have
one's
to fill
good.
in.
That
Gotta do a
one's good.
fill
Well, you
in.
can do a different one now. But just do, you can throw another one in there. But
that was
that'll
it.
be. We'll do that. You can throw another one in there, but it's
That was
fine.
it. That was
Beastie
phenomenal.
Boys, License to Ill, man.
Yes.
Before I got saved, I remember a friend of mine who had his dad owned a car dealership. We got a brand new 300Z.
You can put Cypress Hill on that list too.
True.
No.
They're in the top something. but they're
Yeah,
not in the top 10.
and I bought that brand new,
Oh.
and by the time that we got back from Florida, we had
More
worn the writing off the sides of it. That's all we listened to.
Mm-hmm.
I can still do rhyming and stealing in my head.
Yep.
In my head.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Why can't as a pastor going rhyming and stealing in a drunken state? I can't do that, But
You can. You just have to have the windows up.
But you just listen to that, man. Even today when I hear it, it puts a smile on my face.
yeah.
It was
Beastie Boys.
because we went down there. We weren't too decadent when we went down, but we had a good time, and it was just it's a memory.
Yeah.
And you have these albums that go along with memories, and so
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, Beastie Boys. I agree. That
Go.
was on my list. All right. Well, I'll have to skip them. And let's go to. Oh gosh. All right. Here's one. Limp Bizkit. Significant Other.
Oh, nice.
One of. Once again, that was in a weird stage of my life.
Get the edited version.
But yes, Limp Bizkit, phenomenal band. Fred Durst was good at what he did. He lost his mind later, shortly after Significant Other. They had chocolate covered starfish or something like some weird album after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Significant Other
That was
album
good.
Was a great album. Another one that we used to just
They were
burn
huge.
out.
People don't realize, these kids today don't realize, Limp
Oh,
Bizkit was
yeah.
huge.
Limp Bizkit was kind of like
For a while.
for a while.
Well, you had Limp, you had Linkin Park,
Yep.
and all those people coming out about the same time, and it was kind of that hybrid between rap and metal.
Yeah. That's
You
what it
had
was. You
the
had
slightly poppier version, like Blink-182, one of the greatest
Yeah.
drummers in the world.
Oh, don't tell him that. He was
That's
not.
coming from a non-drummer.
Yeah.
I do happen to.
That's
play
like me saying
drums,
Eric
but-
Clapton's a great guitarist.
Oh,
No,
boy.
no, you go and check him out. He's actually really
He's not
good.
good. He's not that great.
We actually had
You
a
don't think so?
I study really great drummers. There's like Alex Rudinger.
Rush.
No.
Is
Well,
there
Neil
a
Peart,
Rush?
fantastic.
Neil Peart
Neil
is
Peart,
okay.
Yeah, Neil
Yeah.
Peart's top.
There's the guys. We might do a reaction video where I play like I said, Alex Rudinger.
That would be fun.
People like that where you watch that guy and you're just like, he's not human.
Yeah.
There's people like that.
Then Travis Barker.
The dude that plays for Animals as leaders. I mean, there's
I
just,
always thought Barker was good,
he was all right.
and he always used it for a good cause, even though he looks not like a good cause most of the time. He's very involved in children's music and
oh, it's cool.
so the spreading of keeping music in schools
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But before the next one, by the way, Jimi Hendrix, not the greatest guitarist of all time.
No,
Not even close.
No, but
Jimi Hendrix was
innovative.
he was
the difference.
innovative.
That's the difference.
But he was not a great guitarist.
Yeah.
I know I just probably hurt a lot of people's feelings.
Well,
but
there's.
still.
I mean, you see guys now. There's
a lot of people as
You
good
got
or
Steve
better.
Vai. You got Eddie Van Halen.
Van Halen was
He's the best.
Satriani, if you've not
Van
listened
Satriani.
Halen
to
was
it.
probably
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, everybody would agree with that.
Yeah.
But he was innovative for his time.
Jimi Hendrix was super innovative, but not a very good guitarist.
Well,
Not a great
maybe I
guitarist.
hate to say it, but if he's a white guy, he's a regular guitarist.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
Yeah. And I'm saying
Everybody knows
Hendrix
that.
had awesome music.
Don't get offended. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that.
Hendrix had awesome music. He was just not the greatest guitarist of all time, so
Right.
please stop saying it.
He was a great.
He's a
He
great
was a great
musician.
composer, musician,
Yes, absolutely.
good songwriter. Arrangements are great, but not the greatest guitarist. All right, go.
Agreed.
Blink-182 probably would have been like an honorable mention for me. I liked them a lot at one
they
point.
were. Yeah.
All right. You just solidified your.
We're gonna
standing.
give the most controversial one on the list, and we're either gonna fist bump on this one or you're gonna make fun of me.
Go.
All right, hold on. Let me get it ready.
Nickelback.
Oh
Right there.
no!
Right there.
All the right
I was
reasons.
totally cool with that. They were a great band.
Nickelback's a good band.
Nickelback.
Yeah, I just said it.
Everybody
Nickelback's a
wanted
good
to
band.
hate. They were fun.
But
to hate.
everybody's afraid to like them. It seems.
Yes.
No, they're good.
They're
Band.
afraid to admit they like them.
Once again, there is a Nickelback CD in that 95 Firebird.
That's what I'm saying.
Just saying.
They're in
I
my
think
playlist.
they're a good.
They're a
good
great
band.
band. They were.
That album and the one right after it was very good.
Which album did you say?
All the right reasons.
Yeah.
Here's my obscure pick that you guys don't know about.
Ooh.
This is you talking about guitarists. You talking about drummers. There was an album that came out back in the '80s before I got saved. It was from this guy called Tony McAlpine. And what was cool about Tony McAlpine was he was this black guy with this long curly hair. And what was interesting about it is that he would play Chopin. How you say that? I'm saying it right.
Chopin.
Okay. So he would play it, and he was classically trained on the piano. And then he would get on the guitar, and he would just rip these songs. And these songs were just fantastic. And he had a drummer with him. This changed my life, okay? I'm having an emotional moment here. He had a drummer named Dean Castronova that played with him. And Dean Castronova there's certain things about drums where, and drummers will know what I'm talking about. You hear somebody playing something, and it sounds unbelievable, and then somebody breaks that barrier. Like somebody might be playing double bass, and then somebody will come on later on and it's like, they'll just fly.
Yeah.
And once they break that barrier, you're going to find it. Some guy down the road is going to be faster than that. It's just kind of, Dean Castronova came out, did so many licks, did so many new things that nobody had ever done before. It was such a groundbreaking album. And I remember I was running around with two other drummers at the time. And there was just I don't want to bore you, the people listening and the people who are here, but there was just this thing where he was just doing the simple double bass thing, and then he was doing this off time thing on the hi-hat where it was like like that.
Yeah, super hard.
It took us took us forever to figure it out. And then one day I'm at seminary in my truck listening to this thing on cassette, and I get it.
You're like,
I remember the moment. I remember the moment when I finally could play it.
The light bulb came on.
So now every song, it don't matter. If I'm doing country or southern gospel, I throw that in. Ding, 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 and I throw it in there because I can do this now.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. But it was just, Dean Castronova, unbelievable. He played with Journey for a long time. But just a fantastic drummer. Go ahead. Sorry, man.
Okay. So we're going to move on to some, everybody else is doing the rap thing. So I'll throw in probably the most popular album from my cruising days. Nelly, Country Grammar.
Yep.
Country Grammar was perhaps
No clue.
one of...
Just the one song, though.
Oh, no. The entire album.
No clue.
But here's the thing. So, back in the day, you went and bought the album, and he said a few words in every song. But if you bought it at Walmart...
You get the edited version.
Did not know that. So you don't look very cool when you're cruising Green River Road.
It's got his
And
cutouts
you can
in
only
it.
hear half
Hey,
of
all
the
my
song.
beep and beep.
It's just blank.
It's just blank. It doesn't even beep.
Oh,
It's just, it's just very odd. There's like a
like your
pause in the
disc is
music.
skipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back in the 90s. Everybody's going, my beeper's going off. No, that's just a new Nelly album.
Yes, this new Nelly album. But
See that idiot in a red car going
It was
in
a
there?
great song.
Country Grammar, that was probably the most played rap album.
I miss beepers.
Oh, gosh.
Pagers.
Beepers were
Pager, yeah.
awesome, man. I went to see Lion King. I was working at a thing for a church, and I went in, and I was the guy who was going to wear the beeper that night. And in the middle of Lion King, when it first came out, I was down in Miami, and the beeper went off. And I had to get up like, excuse me, I'm sorry. And everybody's like, is he a doctor? Is he a doctor?
Be a doctor.
Excuse me, I have a call. I have a medical emergency, excuse me. And I remember going up to the cassette stand going, my beeper's going off. They're like, yes, sir. Got a phone, brought it to me, Yeah, it was cool having the beeper. Sorry, go ahead. What?
We'll stick with the rap thing, I guess. This will be
Oh, I know who this is.
a man of faith
Yep.
who happens to rap.
Yep.
Right? This would be NF The Search,
Absolutely.
Enough.
who in the end of 2019 had the fastest selling and highest ranking rap album of the year.
JR is NF fanboy.
I am an NF fanboy.
NF is
But here's the thing you got to know about him: is
top
he,
3 rappers of all time.
typically the ones that the popular people on this list are in your face in social media. So usually swing a little further left than I would agree with, and NF does none of that.
Yeah.
He like shadow releases his music and people eat it up because he's not that person that's in your face. He's not being liberal. He's not shoving. He's not.
He just
carrying
releases
some
music. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about his music.
Yep.
Oh, I remember that time when you didn't know musicians' politics. They just played music.
Yeah. Wasn't that wonderful times?
In fact, I haven't even heard what NF has thought about anything in the last 18 months, and that's what's great about it.
Don't need to. And not only the fact of that, he gets very secular rappers to join his tracks.
Yeah.
And not say a single curse word one.
Yeah, one of them even quotes the Bible.
That would have that would have been Hossman.
Tech 9 does too.
Does Tech 9 in that one?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I know you don't.
Tech 9?
We'll get you cool ones.
Probably he's in that top 3 list of rappers of all time as far as just skill.
He's got a unique sound. I've never listened to Tech 9.
He's got skill.
The track that he has with NF, he puts a certain pitch or harmony in his rap, and it's very cool. A lot of rappers don't do that.
Tech 9, NF, Eminem. Right there.
Okay.
His eyes are glazing over back here.
Yeah, he's like, what rap?
Yeah. I got the Beastie Boys on here. That's all I need to have.
That doesn't count as rap.
I destroyed all of you. That's the top 3 rappers right now, the members of Beastie Boys.
At one point.
Yeah. My number 3, we need to wrap this up. What are we going to be, like 2 hours?
Pretty close.
Well, if people just start at the albums, it won't seem that long, right?
Yeah, it's pretty 116.
Oh, we're fine.
We've been longer.
We got a bus to catch in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
So, right.
Above the bunker.
Yeah, I have a Brazilian waxing I got to get to. So.
Oh my.
Number 3, As Daylight Dies from Killswitch Engage.
Oh yes, I forgot about
the best metal album of all time.
I saw them live in concert. And
Oh
they
my
were
gosh.
No disappointment.
As Daylight Dies, you got to get the good one. I like the old new dude.
Yeah.
But the one with Howard Jones in it.
Oh yeah, that was it.
That's that. They got Holy Diver on there. Still Beat Your Name. My Curse. Arms of Sorrow.
My Curse.
It's just one of those CDs you put in, play every song.
My Curse could be one of the greatest.
My Curse is the greatest metal song ever
of
written.
all time. Yeah.
It is the greatest metal song, and this is from a dude who knows metal. It is the greatest metal song of all
absolutely.
time. My Curse.
Cannot disagree with that.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, good.
Cannot disagree with that.
Watch the video, man. The video's powerful.
Okay, well, speaking of Killswitch Engage, a band I saw tour with them, Breaking Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin for me, one of the greatest, and it was I can't really name any of the albums, but Dear Away was probably one of my favorites.
That's good. Yeah.
Breaking
I'm not familiar
Breaking
with this
Benjamin had the same, the same sound as Killswitch Engage, and they had that same kind of.
Yeah, I didn't think they were as heavy as Killswitch.
They weren't as heavy, but they were so great. Such a great band. Such a great band.
Good. Nice. Everybody's doing good. Go ahead, Jerry.
Did you expect us to?
The token liberal agreed with me on that one, so I don't know if I should.
Yeah, all right.
I might have to take
2
it
more.
back.
He did pick Nickelback.
This is the one you guys probably won't like, but I like this band a lot. Another album that you listen front to back, Christian album, Mercy Me, almost there. See, I knew it. That's the crickets on that one.
Sorry.
Now their music has not been good since then, but this album was good.
All Christian music is good.
No, it's not.
Didn't they come out and say that they hate God now?
No, Mercy Me did not do that.
Did it really?
I don't know. All of the rest of them are doing it.
Oh, that's true.
They probably did
That's
it too.
true.
It's the one with I Can Only Imagine on it. Which was
Okay,
okay. Yeah.
We all have to agree that's a good
yeah,
song.
Yeah, you have to do that. If you don't, you get kicked out of church.
Yeah,
True. Do you agree with this song?
Yes.
Get out.
Do you pledge allegiance to I Can Only Imagine as your Lord and Savior?
Yep.
My number 2, Facelift from Alice in Chains.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll put
Man
that
in a
one
Box, We
Man
Die
in a
Young.
Box.
Gosh.
The harmonies.
I could have picked any Alice in Chains.
The harmony that Alice in Chains have. Like I said, I was more of a SDP guy, but yeah, I can't disagree with that.
I was in seminary, I was going to play in a band, and we wanted to do the original stuff, trying to do our own band, stuff like that. Is your list wrong? Are you looking at mine?
No, I feel like we're off on our numbers. I only have one left, and I had 10. So.
I have like 4.
I have one left.
Oh
okay,
crap!
Okay.
Yeah,
I wrote too many down.
So you get to pick. You only had 2 more choices, so you better put that
Oh,
list down. But
man.
we were playing in the band, and we were trying to find the sound that we wanted to do. And you had 2 competing groups within the band.
Yeah.
Me and my good friend Chris, we wanted to sound like Alice in Chains, Christian Alice in Chains, and the other guys wanted to sound like, who was a very good band at the time, Jars of Clay.
Jars of Clay was good.
Jars of Clay was a good band.
Very good band.
That album really shook up the world, man, because they were one of the first ones to cross over.
Old Christian stuff that was better than today's.
Yeah.
That's back in Jars of Clay, Third Day. They had good stuff back then.
Yes,
Third Day was a
yeah,
really
but
good band.
man,
It's an amazing album.
7 Day Slumber, Red, Skillet, great bands today.
Yes, but Skillet was a great band.
Well,
back
not
in the
just
day.
talking about that, but in the metal scene, which I'm involved in, a lot of the top bands in the metal scene are Christian bands. As I Lay Dying, not as much as they used to be. All That Remains, Christian bands.
Yeah.
And who are in the hardcore metal scene, that are just loved by a bunch of lost people, but they're Christian bands.
They have great music.
So we, but Alice in Chains, when they came out, and there was just that, oh my gosh, that we wanted that sound. So we would just, we'd take every song, our God is awesome. It was just like, our God is an awesome God. Somebody doing weird harmonies behind us,
Nice.
And that was just how I just loved it. It was just a groundbreaking album, and they just got overshadowed by Pearl Jam, which I do not know why. But
Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, but you had Creed. I know. Even that's the only song people know.
Yeah, it's like, what did he sing? I don't know, but it sounded good.
But you've got like Alice in Chains, where you've got 8 or 10 songs,
harmonies.
Yes, fantastic songs.
Yes.
But that was a good time because you had them. You had Stone Temple Pilots. Mm-hmm. You had Creed was coming out during that time.
I was just getting ready to mention Creed.
Creed was a good band.
Not as my
Creed
list,
had to be one of the top.
My Own Prison was a fantastic album.
Oh god,
that was an interesting thing with Creed though, because you could tell in their lyrics that they at least aligned with some sort of faith or spirituality.
Well, they said
and then when they were questioned about it, they're like, "No, that's."
They started as a Christian band when they
were like, "No, we don't do that anymore."
They kind of they towed the line of money.
Oh, by the way,
they're like, "We want money."
Their guitarist has a band called Tremonti, which is fantastic. Gosh, it's a heavy band.
Really?
Never heard of it.
Tremonti. He is this master riff writer. It's heavy. It's awesome. Pick it up. Go ahead.
My turn.
Oh,
yeah, it's not the last one, is it?
No,
you got two more.
All right, so we're just gonna skip to, and this is neither one of you will know what this is. Upchurch's River Rat album.
Oh, that's a good one.
You definitely have to have the edited version. But Upchurch, I just like him as an artist because he does not want any part of being popular through Hollywood or Nashville. He doesn't take labels. He does it all on his own.
Is it Morgan Upchurch? What's this? Or is it just Upchurch?
It's just Upchurch. That's what we call him.
That's the only thing I know him by. Yeah.
Who am I thinking? Morgan? Is it Morgan Upchurch?
I don't know.
But
anyways, so Upchurch. But like I said, he does everything on. Like I said, he can say some things he shouldn't, but he's very down to earth. So like if you go to the Mudfest and stuff, he just shows up randomly to Mudfest. Like there'll be people out there in their 4-wheel drives, Turkey Bay and stuff like that, just out there, and then he'll just show up with his mud truck.
That's cool,
and
dude.
he just muds with them, and you would never know he's there unless you know who he is.
That's
cool. He's just one of those down to earth guys. Great music, but same thing like NF. Releases everything, doesn't blow up on social media. Doesn't. If you want to listen to it, listen to it. If you don't, go on. And he's awesome.
Last one, JR better be good.
Last one, you guys probably won't agree.
All right.
But I like this band.
Is this your number one?
No, it's not a number one. It's
okay.
In fact, it's right in the middle of this list.
My list has been going up.
I went out of order because I was trying to align and save time. But this band,
because you're a nice guy,
was just like
trying to appease people.
This was like I had spent some time in Christianity and I wanted to kind of break into some more rock music instead.
Yep.
And Three Doors Down filled that.
Oh, Three Doors Down was great.
Are they the ones that did I Am Machine?
They did Superman and they did
Kryptonite. That's what they did.
They do I Am Machine?
I don't think so. The album I put on here was The Better Life, which is the one that I liked. But
yeah, that was a really good album.
That's before.
Tony, we can tell we're old, aren't we? It's just like
my band actually used to cover those songs.
That's before they showed their political side, and I don't really like them anymore.
Okay,
yeah, that happens with a lot of bands.
I have 2 for number 1.
That's cheating.
Oh,
but it's not really the albums. It's just the influence of the things that they did. Van Halen's first one and Boston's first one.
Oh, Boston.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Guys, you don't get it.
I didn't listen to
Van Halen. If you didn't know, Tony knows, man. Those are the 2 greatest albums of all time. Van Halen's first one changed music. It did. It just changed. Nobody had seen anything like them. It just changed music. Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing changed music. And Boston was just that first one you put in there, man. And it's just more than the feeling, peace of mind. Long time rock and roll band, beginning to end. It's a fantastic, glorious album.
Can't disagree with that.
Yeah, Van Halen Boston just changed everything when they came out.
I like it.
All right, last one better be good.
We all know who this is going to be.
Oh, Nirvana.
Yee!
Oh no, Granger
Smith / Earl Dibbles Jr. The Remington album.
Nice. Very nice.
With Old America
Yes.
and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Love that album. Love him. He's a good Christian man. He stands for faith. He's got awesome music. I have bought a lot of his apparel.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's my top.
Good Christian guy.
My top.
When he's talking about knocking boots and yelling, yee, he's talking about his wife.
Yeah, yes, he is. Who is in the video, by the way.
Okay,
So the one he's actually making out with, that's his wife.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
He is. He's very.
He has a great
guy.
testimony about losing his son.
Yes, he does, and
About how God helped him through that. So that's cool. So I enjoyed this. I'm sure that we lost listeners about 25 minutes ago.
We need to do movies.
We'll do movies.
I think movies will be interesting.
The movies will be the most
We're not going to
controversial
agree
one.
there.
Yeah,
though.
we will not agree on that.
I think we will. I think there'll be a lot
Several
that we'll agree
movies
on.
we will, but I think those are going to be some.
You guys don't like Christopher Nolan movies, so we're not going to agree.
Well, we're going to do a top 10. I'm going to make you guys do a top 10.
Gonna,
you guys go from 10 to 1.
There's going to be a movie that you're going to absolutely hate because it's not real.
Oh, it'll be Fast and Furious on that.
No, it'd be Top Gun.
Oh.
Oh, gosh, it's a horrible movie.
Real. It doesn't matter. It's a movie.
Top Gun is a horrible movie.
It's a great movie.
Horrible. It's a chick movie.
The MiGs, they're not real MiGs.
It's not.
Well,
Yes.
it's Hollywood. Of course, they're not real
Right.
MiGs. They didn't
Right.
go to Russia and get real MiGs.
They're T-38. They're Air Force trainers. They're saying that they paint them up as MiGs. They're not real MiGs.
So I'm just here to warn you. That's going to be a conversation we're going to have.
Oh my
Top
gosh!
Gun's on top 10.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll do it later on, but
Not now.
We're not going to do it now. But
Yeah, this was your rare opportunity to get to know the people behind the table.
No.
yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
do it again at some point.
So I'm still as cool as you thought I was.
Van Halen. I mean, how can you not be?
I got Van Halen #1 and the Beastie Boys in there.
Yeah, Beastie Boys are pretty cool.
I
Mine,
almost put Beastie Boys on there.
mine hit everything. I could have done a lot more metal albums. I'm a metalhead. And
All I had
I
for
could have
that
done
was
a lot
like
more country,
Linkin Park,
honestly.
I guess.
I could have done George Strait and.
all right, that's true. One honorable mention.
Oh gosh.
it would have been Blink-182 for me.
Blink-182.
Okay, yeah, I agree. One honorable mention. I mean, just because I didn't have any real, certain per se country, it'd be George Jones.
Oh gosh, he's great.
I mean,
He was great.
and that would be
He
the
was
greatest hits
fantastic.
album because that would just be the
He was
one
real.
that you would put on and never it just play all the way through and you know all of it.
I got
See,
two. I
the
got
only country stars I can get into are like
Don't say Garth Brooks.
No,
Oh, thank goodness.
Paisley, Keith Urban, because they're great instrumentalists.
Yeah.
They're fun
Yeah.
to listen to.
I mean, yeah.
two honorable mentions because
because he does.
I'm the oldest guy
He
here. And
has
I
got-
can do this stuff.
has
he
two
got
number ones.
12 in his list
Yeah.
anyway. So.
That's in my list. It's right there. That's it. But I talked about moments in my life.
Yeah,
Okay,
so did we.
you guys just
We
like
did.
it's my best
I
one.
talked about
I'm Brody for
transitioning.
Disciple. Get you
Yeah.
some of that.
I used to play this and help me pick up chicks on Green River.
I did.
with
No,
my
it really
birds.
didn't. But I mean, it,
Two honorable
cool.
mentions. #1, "Endless Summer" for the Beach Boys. You can put that on, play that all day. That just makes you feel good.
Beach Boys, a great band.
A great band.
It's all right.
And anything by Weird Al.
I listened to White Nerdy.
When you listen
On the way over.
on the way over here, I listened to White
when you
Nerdy.
listen to songs and you start you singing
Paradise.
the Weird Al. Every time I listen to Bad, because I'm fat, I'm really really fat, and when you like a surgeon when you he's brilliant.
He is.
He is absolutely brilliant.
You
yeah.
guys ever listen to Apologetics?
Yeah, we're a good band.
Yeah.
I liked them.
They take secular music and rewrite the lyrics to Christian lyrics, but they're a
Never
great
heard of
band. Dad got to open up for them about 20 years ago.
That's cool. Yeah, they're not around anymore.
Mm-mm.
I'd like to do that too. Just take it,
Rewrite lyrics?
Just rewrite.
You did
Nobody knows the
Veggie-
lyrics anyway.
You did the VeggieTale song already.
That's right.
I did. VeggieTales straight
We're
from
going to
hell.
record that one.
Apostasy.
Apostasy, celery.
We need to get you to record that in. We need to get you to record that in the studio at my house. We'll sell that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
also-
so. That'd be beautiful.
If you'd like to talk to the devil.
Oh my.
On that bombshell, we had a great time tonight. We really just kind of forget you guys are even
Yeah,
out there.
sorry.
Yeah, so we could just do this all night. We just stick a microphone in front of our face. But we hope you enjoyed it. Hope you agreed. A lot of you probably agreed and disagreed.
That's
So
fine.
that's fine. You can be wrong if you want to be.
True.
But we love you guys. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. JR explained in like 15 seconds why it's more important for them to watch for a long period of time.
Yeah, we were talking about this week. It's really cool to watch your views go up, but it does literally nothing for the way the YouTube algorithm works. It's more concerned about how long you watch the video. So if you watch this one entirely, you would be giving us 90 minutes of watch time. And the fact that you watched it longer or interacted with it or shared it with somebody tells YouTube it was a good video more than you just watching it once. So interaction and sharing
Right.
and long concurrent view time is what helps us the most.
So I just usually go to the page. I'm cheating, but I go to the page.
Just listen to the whole thing.
And I just
You don't gotta watch it.
I just listen to the whole page. Yeah, you don't have to watch it. Just put it on in your car when you're going to work and just listen to it and going back and forth. I promise we'll make you laugh somewhere in there.
I think, by the way, we need to add this to our thing here. We need to do the Facebook comment of the week. Did you see a certain comment that was left about if the 2 cows were in the Gospel Broalition studio? That they would be slaughtered and barbecued.
Yeah.
I should
So
start
if you-
screen capping that.
If you had watched last week, you would get it. Hilarious. I almost cried
Yeah.
reading that. So nicely done.
If the Gospel Broalition had 2 cows, they would be mooing during the broadcast.
Yes, they would. And
Yeah.
Lee would be losing his mind.
I would be losing my mind. And then we would kill them and eat them.
And then we'd kill them and eat them. I like that.
We love you guys. Thank you so much. Remember, follow Jesus, not man-made religion. Find a church. Get in there. There's cool people there. And Christ is awesome. Will change your life. And just know where you're going to go when you die. That's the most important thing. We love you guys. God bless you. We'll see you later.
The Gospel Broalition is done, leaving behind charred minds, exhaust fumes, ammo, multiple cigar wrappers, and an empty bottle of bourbon.
That's what I wanted.
Mission
around to hear it.
accomplished.
I did stick around here.
Hey,
You've
if
been
you made
listening
this
to
far,
the Gospel
congratulations. That was
Broalition with
really
Pastor
long.
Lee,
really long.
J.R.
Start calling
Robinson,
Darth
and the Hoosier Hillbilly,
131?
Mike Paul.
We get longer every time, man.
For
I know.
men.
I'm telling you, we're going
This
to
was
go
a-
Rogan.
this was a
If it's
45-minute
religion,
jump,
politics,
I thought this was
cars,
going to be.
guns,
I
cigars,
wouldn't
and
have talked
anything
to
else
John. I thought this was
flammable, we're talking about it.
I
should have known
I
better
thought
than
We
the
know we
list of
had
stuff was
fun.
going to be
We'll
short.
be back
should've known
soon,
better.
and
Darth
thank
Vader.
you for being a part of the Gospel Broalition.
Look, I am your father. I can't do Irish. I also like Lucky Charms.
That sounded Islamic.
That's his name.
What?